outstanding economist Milton Friedman and old lefty Phil Donahue. It should be required viewing.
When you see the greed and the concentration of power within, did you ever have a moment of doubt about capitalism and whether greed's a good idea to run on?
Well, first of all, tell me, is there some society you know that doesn't run on greed? You think Russia doesn't run on greed? You think China doesn't run on greed? What is greed? Of course, none of us are greedy. It's only the other fellow who's greedy. The world runs on individuals pursuing their separate interests. The great achievements of civilization have not come from government bureaus. Einstein didn't construct his theory under order from a bureaucrat. Henry Ford didn't revolutionize the automobile industry that way. In the only cases in which the masses have escaped from the kind of grinding poverty you're talking about, the only cases in recorded history are where they have had capitalism and largely free trade. If you want to know where the masses are worst off, it's exactly in the kinds of societies that depart from that.
Now let's face it, without a solid grounding in real fact-based economics and history, our young people are sitting ducks for any huckster promising freebies. Free healthcare, free college, free housing, and the list goes on and on. Free scooters? Here's an indisputable historical fact that eludes most college professors these days. There has never been a successful socialist government. Not ever. 100 million people were killed in socialist regimes in the 20th century. The USSR, China, Cuba, Vietnam, North Korea, Nicaragua, Zimbabwe, etc., etc. But we don't have to reach into the annals of history to tell us this. Just look at Venezuela today. A country rich in oil where the middle class once prospered. No more. Since Hugo Chavez imposed socialism on the country, it has spiraled ever downward. And of course, some major Hollywood figures were once Chavez's big boosters.
The Bush administration does not like this guy because he represents an anti-corporate interest. He's taken over the oil and he's distributed it to the poor people.
Certainly Chavez, when he started, was on the right path because he wanted to return his country to his people.
Bowling for relevance. Moore and company is, of course, now devoted to taking down Trump. Wear their irrational fury as a badge of honor, Mr. President. Chavez employed government controls.